Hey everyone, Evan Kirstel today with another great CPAS Acceleration Alliance session today with Francesco Graziano. Francesco, how are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you for asking, Evan. Hello, everyone. Nice to be here
Nice to have you here. I'm in Boston. You are where exactly?
in Madrid, Spain.
Ah, beautiful. Summertime in Madrid. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And we're going to dive deep into the world of CPAS, something you know a lot about, also at BICS. But before we dive too deep into your background, maybe give the audience a quick intro to yourself, your role, and your mission in the CPAS space and beyond.
Yes, this looks like Star Trek. So, my name is Francesco Graziano. As you mentioned, I am a senior manager for the go-to-market activities for the CPAS for BICS. BICS, I've been working in the CPAS during several years by now. Yeah, so, I've been working with other CPAS player as well. So I'm pretty let's say I know pretty much this industry how it has been developing in the last few years.
Yeah, great. And you have an interesting background. You started your career at companies like
And
Amex.
let's see together how we'll keep growing.
Oh, I think we lost you
Currently working
for a
for an
second there.
overview of BICSO, we are always in this. Sorry.
I lost you for a moment there. We're obviously dealing with some technical challenges, but maybe
Yeah.
introduce yourself and your background. I noticed you worked for Apple, you worked for Amex before in the telecom industry. You must have seen a lot in the CX and communication space and beyond.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, I've been working for American Express, very focused on the uh, e-commerce side of the business, everything which is related to digital payments. So, I was an expert in this field, and then I moved to another small company, which was Apple, actually. And in Apple, I've been working on, let's say, IT solutions related. So we were associated to Apple products. We were always working for enterprises and for business to business department. It was very interesting, especially because I guess I understood a lot about how the main challenges, let's say, that information technology brings to the enterprise world in terms of security, in terms of customer experience. Apple, it's a very good school from this point of view because Apple is obsessed with customer experience, and this is customer centricity. It's actually the base of the success of the company. Steve Jobs was a great teacher from this point of view. The obsession to the customer experience, how the customer it's the experience makes the world difference. At the end of all, everyone was selling IT devices back then, and but few of them just
Hmm.
made up to date. So I've been working for this major company. Then I moved after some years, several years actually, to this industry, which was not, telecommunication in general, and but still very oriented to the customer experience. Because at the end of the day, even the CPaaS to me, it's true, which is a generic term, which is communication platform as a service. But it's evolving with the customer experience side. So it's more like right now a customer engagement platform as a service, which is this new acronym that it's popping up, which is SEPAS, which is SEPAS. And so I've been seeing as well a little bit the evolution from both the user perspective, like me as a user, and from the technology perspective, moving from purely a one-way communication to a more conversational approach to the communication, and the rising of the conversational commerce, especially in some areas of the world. And it was very, to me, has been very fantastic journey. To be honest, it's very interesting. Very, very passionate about that.
Yeah, I sense your enthusiasm, which is why I'm so excited to chat with you. So excited that BICS joined the CPAS Acceleration Alliance. And let's take a bigger picture, though. BICS is a company that's headquartered in Belgium, I believe, a subsidiary of Belgacom, if that's right. I lived in Belgium for a couple of years, so I remember that. But you offer a whole array of services. CPAS is one of them, from roaming to roaming voice, video, 5G, IoT, cloud. Tell us who BICS is for us Americans who really don't know the story.
So BICS was born as an international company. Let's say it's the part of was part of Belcom, and then now it's part of the Proximus Group, which
Hmm.
it's one of the main operator and telecom provider in Belgium. We are based in Brussels, but we have several offices around the globe. This is because, as I was mentioning, we were born as an international part of the telecommunication system from in Belgium, and we serve actually worldwide clients all around the globe. It's true that we come from the telecommunication world, so like Bix was born. I mean, we are quite old for this type of industry because we were like born in 1997, which is very old for a CPaaS company, at least.
Yes,
CPaaS.
I used to have a pager in 1997. So
There you
pager,
go. There you
that
go.
was
There
my
you go.
communications. Brilliant.
That's how much we we went far from a technology perspective.
And and
Um,
and so today you're a platform company. So you have many different services on the network. Give us an example of some of the capabilities, some of the APIs, some of the tools that you offer
yeah.
both enterprises and service providers.
So we offer a wide range of services, really. We offer services which are related to digital communication in general, cloud communication, IoT for telecom players as well, and for enterprises. We offer private networks, mobile private networks. So, like, we have really a wide range of services. So, we all have a lot on security as well, for and even monetization tools for operators. Okay, so from this point of view, we have evolved in the time because let's see that we once our main goal is to bridge the gap between what was the telecommunication world that when some years ago was something really far away from the user actually, or the even the enterprise, the business, and the business world. So like to do that, actually, we have started to develop some sort of platforms and some capabilities that support our current business clients in communicating in a more efficient way, let's say, with their final user, leveraging our technology, the infrastructure, and the fact that actually we are being such a part of the telecommunication world, the telecommunication industry, we are able to provide a very deep knowledge, let's say, to the final user. Telecommunication it's changing as well, no? Because a lot of regulation it's now into the picture. Things are at the country base, they are changing, and especially when you talk to international company, international businesses that wants to communicate, it can be very complex for them. So from this point of view, bigs support the client, our clients, and all the bigs the enterprise, let's say, that we work with to make it easy, the communication, leveraging several channels such as RCS, which is the SMS 2.0,
Hmm.
which has been around now for a while, but finally it looks like it's going up. WhatsApp, so like any type of OTT channel, related OTT channel over the top application that have become quite popular once data has been introduced in the daily life of each one of us. And obviously SMS, voice capability, and so on, email, and so on and so on.
Yeah, it's pretty comprehensive, very, very impressive. And your go-to-market is rather different as well. Wholesale is an established marketplace working with global carriers, but you do sell to enterprises directly, which is unusual. Tell us about that.
Yeah, let's say that for BICS it has been a journey because as I was mentioning before, we were very focused on serving and the telecommunication industry. Obviously, for some specific products, so like I don't know, roaming, things like that. You just think about that 50% of the total roaming data pass through BICS. So it means that
Wow.
if you travel and you go abroad, there is a high probability that you're using in a way or another the BICS infrastructure. So which means it's a lot of data that we carry.
Including
Uh,
5G roaming, which I saw you recently made a big push into, which is exciting
there
for
you go.
us
Yeah.
Americans going over to Europe this summer and beyond.
Yeah, that's all. So they will probably use Bix in a way or another. And from this point of view, essentially, Bix, what has built is leveraging our experience with telecommunication. We really both serves both telecom operators and enterprises because, in first place, we have a strong experience with operators, so with the telecommunication industry, and pretty much we have some products that are very focused on the operators, and we are capable as well, for example, in talking about the CPAS, to provide a wide level solution for operators. Operators need to adapt a little bit the way in which they communicate with them, with their final user, but as well with the services that they provide to the businesses to communicate. And apart from that, obviously, BICS has developed this platform. Has been We have been working on an easy plug and play platform that can be used by enterprises as well to communicate and start even complex communication scenarios within a few minutes, really, from the
Fantastic. Well, I
internet.
won't ask if your former employers at Apple or at American Express are using it, but it sounds like that's a perfect
Perfect
example of the
match.
kind of company that could leverage your platform. And you're also pretty actively involved in Project Camara, the open standards-based telco API initiative that's getting a lot of traction. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I mean, like we have been trying to, create this type of API ecosystem, and obviously, in my opinion, Project Camara is helping and supporting all the operators in this industry to find the best way, the most efficient way in which we can build an ecosystem that can be accessible for third party, that can have a standard, let's say, approach for the market. This is something that really has been an issue, and these type of projects are always welcome because we are able to overcome issues related to the communication channels we provide as well, and so on. Just if we think about RCS or like other channels that imply different type of iteration, depending on different type of operators or connection you build. Obviously, having a standard approach allows the growth of the whole industry. So it's not about single operator or a single telco. It's about the whole system to grow and allows the growth by providing a better customer experience for enterprises when it comes into the integration of those services, and for the final user at the end to provide them with a more complex, more and better shaped, let's say, scenarios that we can provide thanks to this type
Yeah.
of initiatives.
So exciting, and so many new applications that can leverage
Yeah.
CPaaS and beyond. So it's a really great timing as we move to like the app economy. And how small of a business do you think the APIs will go to? I mean, there are obviously large companies that have developers, and but there are also many smaller companies, SMEs. Do you think they'll have opportunities to leverage the network as well?
Yes, I mean, like obviously the needs of different type of company is different. because at the end of the
Mm,
day, as you mentioned, big enterprises, companies that have a worldwide presence, sometimes they even develop things by themselves.
mm,
Uh, Even when it comes to communication, things can get quite complex. So I just told you about the scenario, the regulations part, no regulators part that is taking, uh, let's say, a very very important spot. It's in the spotlight, let's say. But from another point of view, let's say that we are trying as well to democratize this type of
mm,
approach, so before, for example, if we go back in time, at the beginning of the 2000s, only Amazon or Apple were able to provide a customer centric approach due to the huge investment they were doing into the IT and the communication platforms and the system that they were using. uh, Thanks to the advance of the technology, now even small businesses will be able to start creating exciting customer engagement flows just using in few clicks and using a quite easy plug and play solution. So
mm,
in my opinion, this is like Harry Ford was saying that actually the advantage of a new technology, I mean, it's very a new technology when it's accessible to anyone. So what the CPaaS industry has done in the last few years, at least, has been to move from a very heavy investing technology, in-house developed, often
mm,
on-premise, towards a cloud solution, plug and play, where you can design things in few clicks. This is the big advance we are providing to the whole industry, and both let's say segments. For big enterprises, we keep this type of ecosystem API based that allows them to have complex use cases without having to worry about, I don't know, having a connection with a specific operator in a specific country or specific OTT in a specific country. Think about the logic of the communication, so like failover and so on and so on and so on, like those type of use cases that can be still um, create an additional layer of complexity to the solution. So in this case, we provide them with the API ecosystem. And when it comes to small, medium businesses and medium enterprise, it's easier for them. We with a login, a normal login, a high security for sure, because we don't want this data to be exposed.
mhm,
So it's very important from this point of view. But you have a turnkey solution that actually allow them to set up a customer journey that you will not even expect from such a big or small enterprise.
fascinating. And speaking of reach, how many countries do you operate in? What's your coverage like across Europe or across the planet?
We are across the planet. So we operate across more than 200 countries.
Wow, I didn't know there were 200 countries. That's pretty
I mean, me
impressive.
neither.
That is amazing. And you
But
also joined. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, but like we have direct connection with, and we are partnering with over 500 mobile operators in 2000,
Wow.
so 2023. So it means that we have really strong international presence from this point of view.
Yeah. No, that's fascinating. And you recently joined the CPAS Acceleration Alliance, so thanks for that. What were you hoping to get out of the community, and what's your idea behind joining?
Yeah, so joining the CPAS Alliance, it's essentially a way in which, I mean, like it comes a little bit along with the other concept we were talking about, the project Camara. It's a way in which we can try to collaborate in between company that are operating the same space to learn, grow together, and ultimately make the whole industry better, and let the industry grow. Because if something I've learned, and often it's not always like this in the business, that it's collaboration is the key to success for the whole industry. While sometimes you have a lot of conflicts, because obviously we have so the curious case, let's say, of the CPaaS industry is that sometimes you have a competitor, which is your partner, which is your client. So like each of us can be all of them at the same time. So it means that there is a strong interrelation between all of us, and to grow, I feel like initiative like the CPAS Alliance can be key, to allow everyone the knowledge to spread and the capability of the industry to increase.
No, fantastic mission, and it is quite an amazing community for brainstorming, sharing ideas, partnering, and beyond. And I followed your social media profiles at BICS for some time. You have a constant stream of news and updates of innovation. There's always something going on. What can we expect from you looking forward over the next weeks, months? From you, any peek into the roadmap for the next year?
We are working hard for sure. This is something we are introducing new features at the product level that will try to respond to the customer needs. We always think a little bit like Apple from this point of view, thinking to
Hmm.
the final user experience and going back to the technology to allow our partner like our clients as well to implement this type of technology. We are increasing the capability of the CPAS itself, and my social media, usually I try to talk about the technology associated with the customer engagement and the customer experience, which to me it's the key. But at the end of the day, we leverage technology to improve the quality of the experience we provide to our customer. And so, like I will say that big news are on the way, but let's for now let's keep this secret.
Just like
uh,
Apple, yes, you took a page from the Jobs playbook, and but we will expect to see you at BICS at the CPAS Acceleration Alliance Summit in Amsterdam in September, which is I can't believe is right around the corner now.
yeah.
So we'll see you there. Maybe you'll have some presentations or some other news to break in Amsterdam.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it would be a great place to be, a great place for the location, obviously, but even because I guess it's a very good way in which we can share some of the news we are bringing to the market, learn from other peers of the industry, discuss about some common topics, let's say, we all face on a daily basis, and I will expect this to be an amazing experience for all of us, honestly, to be that will be there to share that if the keyword for this meeting there is a keyword sharing will be it.
Mhm. Fantastic. Now we're entering the summer period. Do you have any personal plans? Any time to get away? Are you from Madrid, or do you like to travel outside of Spain in the summer?
I'm originally Italian, huh?
Oh,
So
okay,
I live in Madrid by choice, for
right.
because but I mean, I come from my family. My wife, my kids we are all international. Actually, the most Spanish person in my apartment it's actually my dog, which is from Spain. My wife is from Germany. She was born in Uruguay, so like from Latin America. We travel a lot. Actually, traveling
Okay.
it's amazing. So like we will travel. We will use BICS infrastructure for sure for roaming. But from this point of view, I will have a couple of weeks off during the next 2 months, and we'll try to disconnect and like regenerate a little bit, recharge a little bit to come out with more power, let's say, after
Wonderful, wonderful
after
goal.
vacation.
Well, the world your oyster. Thanks so much for joining me for this quick chat. I appreciate your time and also joining and supporting the CPAS or KPASA movement, as we call it. And thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you. All right. Have a
Thank
great
you to
summer.
you,
Take
Evan.
care.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
everyone.